Ever had a moment so grand that a single page just couldn't hold it? That's exactly how I felt looking back at these photos from the open waters of Campbell River, British Columbia. Out in the middle of the ocean, surrounded by raw Canadian nature, watching whales breach right beside us was a core memory that demanded space to breathe. So for this month's Stick It Down Creative Team Reveal, I tackled the August double page sketch. Using 2 full pages gave me the room to layer up all the movement, ocean tones, and the story-driven details without squeezing out the magic of the moment. Whether you're scrapbooking big travel adventures or life's quiet wins, double page sketches are such a game changer for layout real estate. Tell me, do you usually stick to single 12 by 12 pages, or do you love breaking out the double layout for your big memories? Let's chat down in the comments below. Hi everyone, I am, as I said, doing a stick it down layout, and this is a double page with lots of photos for sure. Now, as you can see on the sketch, it has a plain background, but I'm mixing mine up with a half-half, and I wanted to include that compass point, even though most of it will get covered up, and these papers are just perfect. The darker blue paper there has little fish on it, or they look like little whales actually, and so the half and half design works really, really well. And I am spreading that right across the double space. Now I am using up some black cardstock, which you see that I've cut some cut files out of, and it's just sitting in my scrap pile. So I'm putting it to good use so that we can develop a solid base for these. Now, as I said, this layout's going to have lots and lots of photos, and that's myself and my girlfriend dressed up in our beautiful costumes to go on the Zodiac. She makes me do some weird things. Seriously, I don't know how I let her lead me astray. But anyway, got to get dressed up, go out on the waters, because regardless of how sunny it is quite cool out on the ocean. And as you can see here, we came across some whales, a pod of whales, and they were humpbacks, and they were having a great old time with the dorsal flapping. And this was a mother whale teaching a baby whale, and another male whale was there guarding them as the mother was teaching the baby how to dorsal flap and how to breach. And it was so, so special. We were very, very lucky to be out there on this day. It looks really bright and sunny, but for Australians, it was a cool day out on the water. Not as hot as it looks like in these photos. It was actually quite cool. You know, we take for granted that we can go out on our waters in the sun in summer and it's going to be a warm day. It was summer, that's for sure, up there in Campbell River, but very different to what we're used to. So the wet weather gear was pretty useful as well. So what I'm doing here is I'm trimming down the photos. So I can maximize my space, and I am going to trim these ones down, taking out the excess blue. So I'm going to get 2 into the space of 1. That's going to help me to expand some more pictures of this remarkable event, so that I can have maximum space, or, you know, real estate, as they say, on the layout taken up. So I'm going to put those 2 there, and then put the bigger one in there, and that's going to set up the grid that is the sketch that Laura Rumble has created for the team. And I like how that's sitting on the page. I'm going to put down a die cut here. Well, it's not a die cut, it's a cut file that I created on Cricut Design Space, and I have the same for the opposite side. Now, this picture here of the whale breaching, isn't that fantastic? I can't believe I caught it. I was actually videoing, and these are stills from the video. Thank goodness I decided to video, because there is no way I would have been fast enough to capture all of these wonderful moments with the whales. If I'd been taking stills, I would have missed some for sure. But this way, by using my video, I'm able to you know, capture them and work them. So I'm going to swap that one around a little bit. I'm going to be able to trim off some of that excess blue. You can see there the 3 whales. So one's with the dorsal in the air, that would be the baby, I believe, and then the mother and the father, or yeah, the male and the female were with it. So they were actually it might have been the mother's dorsal in the air there, but it was quite spectacular. And seriously, when you're out there, it's an amazing sound, like slapping the water, and when you could hear the whales talking to each other, it was very, very special. there it is, that fantastic shot of it breaching. Amazing. Such a thrilling moment when you get to see the whales do that. All right, so I have gone off screen and I have put everything down in place. But now I want to show you a little bit of a trick. Because that breaching whale is such a focal point that I want on this layout, I have printed it in 2 sizes. So I had the 6x4 and then I have a 5x3.5 of the same photo. So what I'm doing is I'm going to frame the photo within the photo, and that's going to give it some dimension, but it's also going to create a little bit of a focal point for that photo. And as I said, it was a special moment, so being able to capture it and put it onto this layout so that your eye will automatically drag to it is just a little technique that you can do if you have those special moments. So as you can see, I'm lining up the horizon line, but the photo is framed with the photo. Can you see that? How amazing is that? And it's still giving you that breached whale and the intensity of it. So it looks like it's coming out of the water and coming out of the page, and the horizon line is there right across, and that marries with that line for the half and half, and it just keeps the design going. So I also cut out some whales, some humpback whales, and I'm just putting those as my embellishments on both sides. I've flipped them so that I could have them on opposite sides and still hold true to the design. And I'm just tucking that down there in the bottom corner. Now I'm going to put some whale tails on, and I have those to go down the center where Laura had the hearts in the sketch. And that's going to be my embellishment there, my interpretation of that embellishment. And the same here, I'm going to do the 3 up the center in that space there. And I like how that's coming together. The hint of the black with the blue, it's really, really sticking together nicely. Now on this piece of paper here, there are titles, and there is a perfect one that says always on adventure, which is so true. My girlfriend and I are always on an adventure together. No matter what we do, we're always on an adventure. And we always manage to, take every opportunity we can to have an adventure. So dive into life, and we do. Haven't got time to be sitting around doing nothing, people. Get out there and experience it. That's my motto. That's my, unfortunately, ever since we both lost our fathers, our goal is that you're not here for a long time, you're here for a short time. And when you're here for a short time, you're here for a good time. So make sure you are maximizing every opportunity you can to do all of the dreams, all the things that you want to do. And, you just got to get out there and do it. That's all I can say. I used to worry about, what was I going to do when I get older? How am I going to do this? You know what? I haven't got time for that. Live it now. Worry about that later. It's always going to be there. And, you're always going to maximize and live your best life. So doing all the things so that you can do it now. Dive into life. Don't sit back and watch and then sit back and go, I wish I had of. No, go and do it. And that's what I encourage my children to do. Go and do it, because life's too short and you need to take advantage of all it has to offer. So I think that works beautiful, and dive into life was perfect for this with the whales, because, the whale mum was teaching the baby whale to dive into life. So it was perfect. Now, I don't have enough of this blue and white stripe to mat this quote on. So what I'm doing is I'm going to, patch it together like we do. That's what we do. We cut apart lots of paper and then we put it back together in another order, and it still looks fantastic. Only craft that you can do that in, I can say, is scrapbooking, where you take a beautiful piece of paper, cut it apart and rearrange it. But it works. It's what we do. It's what a paper junkie does. They love paper. All right, so now that I've done that, I have my title and my subtitle in place. And now I can finish off with some journaling, and I am going to use that striped paper to help with that. Now, I can't cope with sticky uppy bits, so I get more glue, and then I can't cope with the fact that the glue is so runny and I've got glue everywhere. So, no win, but that's okay. All right, so I'm putting in my branding strips, or they're not branding strips, they like branding strips, but they are pieces of the lined paper, which I have written my journaling onto, and it's telling the tale of being able to go out and see these magnificent beasts in their natural habitat and having the opportunity, not thinking much about whales. This was the last opportunity we hadn't had really up close and personal as of such, even though we had already done 3 whale trips, and this was our last one before we were leaving Campbell River, and we were fortunate this day to get such experiences, and I was so grateful that my girlfriends just said, let's go, let's do it again, and so we did. Really, people, if you get the opportunity to get out there and see them in the ocean in their natural element, you so need to do it. It's exhilarating, and it just, and it also recaps the fact that we're only these little things in the grand scheme of everything. So, there's lots of things to do out there. Go do it. That's all I can say. All right, so I am going around my photos because I want them to pop off the page here. I do like to make them stand out as individuals. I didn't want to map them because that would have taken up more real estate, but by going around with the fine line pen, it's really making them pop off the page without overwhelming the weighting on the layout. What do you reckon? Do you think I should have matted them, or does the line on it work for this layout? All right, so when I'm tapping my fingers there, I'm thinking it's not enough. It's not quite finished for me. So when I did the cut file, and I got all those bubbles on the side, there was all the centers left, all the centers for the bubbles. So I'm just going to use those strategically around the layout, and I'm just going to pop them here and there in sets of 3, and that's going to add to the embellishment as well, and it's going to look like the bubbles going further around the layout, so it's giving that underwater effect. And once again, too much glue in spots, so I just move that around. And here I can't bring it in for this one, and I'm just going to go ahead and put the spots of glue where I want these to sit, and then I'm able to pop down the mix of these circles. I'm doing a mixture of large and middle-sized and one small one, I think, for the whole layout, and that's just popping them there. I do 3 on the right-hand side, and I've done 2 on the left-hand side, and that's giving me the odds because I'm going to have 5 altogether. Remember, I'm all about odds. I don't like when it's even. The 3 whale tails, 3 whale tails, that's how I'm doing that. And it is just coming together so nicely. So with my white pen, I'm just going to go in and add some highlights on those bubbles just to make sure that they look 3-dimensional. I'm going to put some highlights on the whales as well, just to make them pop and give them that 3-dimensional aspect. That's a little technique we teach the kids at school. If you want it to look at multi-dimensional, you add your little highlights so that it looks like it's coming up off the page, and you keep them all going in the same direction so that it looks like the light is shining the one way across the layout. So that's very important as well. Okay, I am happy with how that's turned out, and here's a little bit of creativity as well. I'm just going to add in some splatters, and I'm using the Distress spray, and that one is weathered wood, and I love how that color just matches beautifully with the color scheme on this layout. And all the blues, that's what we're going with, and that little pop of red is just amazing on the page, and that just gives it a lift just enough. You don't want to overpower it, and that's how it comes together. I love it. What do you think, guys? Did it hit the mark? Did it meet the sketch? Go check out Stick It Down. There's still time to join for the August one. I am a little bit late in getting this up, but you'll have a week to get in. Do these sketches for a chance to win. Join us over in the group and come and see what other people are doing. But I'm sure you can do just as well, if not better. And look at that. Isn't it amazing? Fantastic. I love, love, love it. And that's a double, and that's how it's all come together for the team this month. So go and check it out. I'll put the Facebook group down below so that you know what to go and see. Show your love by giving me a thumbs up. Give me a comment. Answer my questions. I love it when you do that. Let's chat in the comments down below about What experience would you do on a double layout? What experience adventure-wise have you been involved in? I love living vicariously through other people. So tell me where you've been and what you've done. I'd love to know. Also, go over to my Facebook page and share your take on the sketch with me. I'd really appreciate that. Once again, thanks for watching. Do all that YouTubey stuff, like, hype, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video, which you can see right now. See you there real soon. Stay creative, friends.